I see this all the time. Hey, Brady? You know,
Sir.
I picked the smallest thing in the room. I know. It's not like that. Okay, so if he's on top, go ahead. Go side control. You're so greedy. You come right to the mount. Now just go just like here, just cross body. Okay. I just want to prove a point. I see this all the time. People bridging and trying to get somebody off of them. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. And what did he do? He just hung out. Okay? You just kind of hang out, okay? Take the ride up, take the ride down, take the ride up, okay? The whole idea of bridging, bringing your hips up, is so that you can back them out, okay? So when I'm here in the prayer position, if I bring my hips up, swing them out. Come onto your side, okay? When somebody's crushing me down on my chest, I can't breathe. It's, ugh, you know, it's very claustrophobic and I hate it, right? But if I can go here, swing my hips out, okay, I get a little air pocket and I can chill out for just a little bit, okay, right? So this is my whole goal, okay? I got my arms in the prayer position. My feet are posted into the mat. My hips come up, I swing my hips out, and I'm on my side. Okay? So here, up, out. Okay? See how I'm pivoting on one shoulder? So my hips come up, one shoulder. My hips go out. I'm on my side. Okay? Just like that. Okay? Out. Here like that. Okay? Whether somebody knows it or not. Whether somebody knows it or not, if you could just go ahead and lay down your back. A skilled grappler knows this, okay? But whether you're, some people just do it naturally just because they're holding you down. They're strong in their bit. But when I'm holding somebody down, I'm holding here, 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 here. I got 4 points that I need to hold down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can hold a combination. I can hold this one and this one. In the third position. I got that one and I got that one. That hit. Right? Or I can go both of the hips. This is a favorite of mine. I work this position a lot. Both of the hips and step into the mount, like that stuff. All those ways. But I suddenly start with that. Right? So I work this a lot, but I'm holding his hips down. That's what's so he can kind of scoot away. Go ahead, get out. Okay? I mean, I'm control. I'm in top control. Being in top control doesn't mean I'm not necessarily in the business of immobilizing this guy. I just want to stay on top. That's all that means. So I have to control one of these things. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, or a combination of. When I'm in crossbody, I tend to be here. I'm holding his shoulders down. Right? And good guys, it's like playing. You guys, I don't know if you guys play. Whack-a-mole. You know, that little mole comes up and you smack it with a big thing. Okay? Well, that's what you're really doing when you're trying to hold somebody. He starts to pull his shoulder up. I want your body. Number 1, assess how you're being held down. Number 2, go around it. Don't try to fight it. You know, if I'm pushing this shoulder down and he wants to get up by lifting that shoulder up, it's going to be very hard for him. I've got gravity on my side. If I'm here like this and I'm holding this shoulder down, now lift the other shoulder up. Okay, you see what I mean? That's how you're going to start to escape. That's how you're going to start to get out of the bottom. You're going to have to start to try to figure out what points, what combination he's holding down, and then move around it. So whenever we're on the bottom, I always start here with my arms in the prayer position, my knees bent, my feet posted into the mat. Very, very common. This. Everybody, every big mauler or even good jiu-jitsu guy wants this. Both of my arms across his body like this. Okay, you'll see this a lot, but I can't finish him because both of my arms are kind of tied up. Okay? So anybody that wants to hold somebody down and hurt that person, hit them, bite them, do something, okay? They want this. So now they got their hands free. So everybody wants to do this. Okay? So I'm resting on top of his forearms. All he needs to do is just push me down a little bit to get my weight off of his shoulders. Okay? Okay? He just takes his forearms and he just goes here. Here. That's all he's got to do. Okay? So I'm here like this. He pushes me down. That's it. Now you got your heels pushed to your rear. Bridge high on your right shoulder and stay up in the air. Now swing your hips out and come on your side. Okay? Is he out? No. But am I crushing him? He can breathe. You know, he's starting to work his way there. Okay? Look here. Okay? Go all the way on your side again. Okay? Roll on your side again. Okay, here. Okay? Here, breathe, he's fine. Okay, I mean this sucks, but I guarantee you it's going to be a completely different feel when you know what I mean? If I stood on him like that. He'd go, oh. Okay? So, I want you to get to, push me down, bridge the inside shoulder, hips come up and out. Here, I call this the pillow position. Where I'm sitting here. That's where I want to be. Come into the top control. Push him down. Bridge the inside shoulder, hips up and out. Okay? Here. Push him down. Bridge the inside shoulder, hips up and out. Okay, keep your weight up. There you go. See? Here, that's where I want to be. I have this little pocket, okay? This little breathing pocket. You can't cut. Put your weight onto my chest right here, like this, when he's smashing me and he's putting that weight on. I push it down, like put your weight on top of me, push me down. I can talk this fine. He's not crushing my lungs. I can breathe. I'm not too claustrophobic. I can work with this. Okay, grab your partner. Let's do this.
Sir.
We are almost done. You guys are. All right, ready? Here we go. On the bottom, push him down. Bridge to the inside shoulder. Hips come up. Swing them out. Here, the pillow position. All the way onto your side. One more time. Here we go. Listen. The closer your heels are to your rear, the better the bridge you're going to get. The higher you're going to be able to lift up your hips. The higher you lift up your hips, the easier it is going to be to swing your hips out. Okay? All right, one more time.
Yes, sir.
Push them down. Bridge to the inside shoulder. Bring your hips up and swing them out. Good. One more time. If you bridge onto your inside shoulder, 1 point onto your right shoulder, okay, you're going to be able to swing your hips out even easier. Okay? The less that I put on the mat, okay, if I focus all my energy into one spot, what happens to the rest of my body? It becomes lighter and easier to move. So if I'm bridging like this, and I've got both of my shoulders on the mat, and I'm trying to swing my hips out, I'm kind of flat. If I take a little dime size, and I bridge on that, and I swing my hips out, I can go to my little happy place, my little pillow place. Okay, one more time, ready? And believe me, being my size, I live in that little pillow place. That's my home right there. Okay, ready? Push him down, bridge to the inside shoulder, hips come up, swing them out, pillow. One more time, ready? Push him down, bridge to the inside shoulder, hips come up and out. Okay. Elbow escapes or shrimping, everybody for the most part, kind of? Maybe not. Okay. If you
last 2 weeks, but not everyone.
Okay. If you know like what shrimping is or what elbow escaping is, this is a piece of cake for you. If you don't know what elbow escaping or shrimping is, if you've ever watched the Three Stooges, it's what Curly does. Okay? So if I'm here and I swing, I'm going to go. Right? That's shrimping. Okay? Right? Right? You can always tell who's bosses of Three Stooges. Most of the time it's like guys, they go, girls say, no, okay? Three Stooges, right? So if I'm here like this, I push you down. I bridge to my inside shoulder. I swing my hips out. My feet, my knees come together. I dig my feet into the mat and I push my bum out. Okay? Just solo. Let's do that. Find yourself a spot on the mat. Arms in the prayer position, feet into the mat. Okay? Bridge onto your right shoulder. Swing your hips out. Come into the pillow position. Bring your feet and your knees together. Push your right foot down into the mat and back your bum out. Now pull your heels back up and back your bum out. And pull your heels back up and back your bum out. And pull your heels up and back your bum out. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. You're about to run into each other. Awesome. Good, good, good. Okay? This has nothing to do with anything. I just want to see you do it. Yes. Okay. So now, watch this here. Okay? He's got crossbody. I push him down. I bridge to my inside shoulder. I back my hips out. My feet, my knees come together. I shrimp, I shrimp, I shrimp. I come to hip. Okay? All that stuff that we worked on from here, that's how you get there. That's the most common way to escape the bottom. Okay? Is to come to that bottom four-quarter position. You see guys escape from there and pull their knees up and in and put them into their guard and stuff like that. That happens too. But if they're good enough to be on top of you, holding you down, they're probably good enough not to get pulled into the guard. Maybe not, but I mean, you know. Okay? So, very slow. I'm here. I push him down. I bridge onto my inside shoulder. I back my hips out. Okay? I shrimp. Shrimp. Once I get parallel with him, I roll to my belly and I come up to my knees. Now, sit out, blah, blah, blah. Single leg, he holds on, he grabs a hold, whatever he does. Okay? Will you get people to follow you as you start to shrimp out? Yes. Will you win that race? Yes. Why? You're the center of the wheel and he's got to come all the way around. Okay? Here, okay? I shrimp out, he follows. I shrimp out, he follows. Okay? Ready? See him there? Yeah. Okay, let's grab a partner, let's do it, and then I'll let you go home. Okay, here we go. Ready? Lay down on your back. Your partner's got you in crossbody position. Nice and light on top. Okay, don't crush them. Okay, let them work this a little bit. Okay, on the bottom, push them down. Bridge to your inside shoulder. Hips come up and you swing them out. Now, shrimp, shrimp, roll to your belly, pull your knees up. Again. You see that? And not all that stuff that we worked on. Okay, all that sit out, that single leg. What if they lock up on us? What if they do? Now all that's, okay, great. Now that makes sense. That's why that's how I get there. I don't just wake up there unless I don't just wake up there, right? This is how you get there. Okay, here we go. Ready? One more time. Crossbody position. Push them down. Bridge to the inside shoulder. Hips come up and out. Pillow position. Shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. Roll your belly. Roll your knees. A little detail, and I'll let you do it again. When you shrimp, roll to your belly and pull your knees up underneath. Okay? So if I'm here, shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. Okay? Don't do this and come up, because then they'll push you back down. You come up, they push you back down. Shrimp, shrimp. They can't push you back down. Roll to your belly, pull your knees up. Okay, ready? One more time. Okay? Push them down. Bridge to the inside shoulder. Hips up and out. Pillow. Shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. Roll to your belly. Come to your knees. Awesome. Switch. And usually what I say is, it depends on how good your shrimp is. It depends on how aggressive they're trying to chase you. But usually it's like, I don't know, usually shrimp once or twice, maybe 3 times. Okay? Long legs, like you'll shrimp once. And you'll be parallel. You'll barely come your knees. Right? Me, it takes me like 8 or 9 times to shrimp. Okay, ready? Here we go. Okay? Push them down. Bridge to the inside shoulder. Your hips come up and you swing them out. Now you're in the pillow position. Okay? Shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. Roll to your belly, bring your knees up. We've got to come up with a whole set of new techniques to deal with my. Okay, ready? Here we go. All right, crossbody position on top, right? On the bottom. Push him down, bridge to the inside shoulder, your hips come up and out. Shrimp, 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 roll your belly, roll your knees, scrub your knees.
So, push me down. Big bridge.
Okay? One more time. Ready? At your own pace.
And then shrimp, 1, 2. Roll over. Come on up and go.
Elbow to the jaw, bonus.
You got 3 or 4 different things.
You want to come to your elbow. Okay? Then pretty soon you don't even want to step up, you just want to slide your leg back. You see what I mean? So you can kind of even work your way low, 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 and get tighter, 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 better, better, better. Okay? Get that documentary choke. You'll see Hicks and Grayson do that, and it's really, it's a thing of beauty. It's really is. He's a freak. Okay? I mean that in the best of terms. Okay. So that's the first thing that we did, is we just worked that drill. Then we put it, into practical use. Okay? I'm in a bottom full quarter. My guy's in a top full quarter. I pop my head out. The foot comes out. I step through. I bridge and I step. Okay? Then we talked about that single leg. Okay? I couldn't pop my head out. So I reached around the corner, I grabbed it, I pulled it in, I grabbed a hold of his ankle, made him windshield wiper his leg, another good drill. Okay? Windshield wiper your legs. Okay? Took him over. Right? Then we did, if I'm going for that single leg and they sprawl, which is very common. Well, then I pop my head out and I go right back to that sit out. Okay? Alright? Then we made some sense of all that. And we talked about how you get there. Okay? And I didn't want to, I didn't want to talk too much about all the little details and philosophies and theories on how to hold somebody down and all that stuff. But whether they know it or not, that's what somebody's doing when they're holding you down. 1, 2, 3, 4. One or the other. Or a combination. So when I'm on the bottom, the first thing I think about is, well, how am I being held down? Right? Okay? Oh, he's holding my shoulders down. Well, now he's not holding my shoulders down. Shrimp, shrimp. Now we've got all those good sit-outs that we did. Oh, okay. Yeah, all that stuff. We also talked about what to do kind of if he's gripping and different things like that, but it's all that goes along with the same thing. Okay? A very good example of that too, and this is David is so good at this. Can I borrow you for a second? So if you could just go ahead and lay down on your back. A good example is kind of figuring out how you're being held down and then move around. We call it scarf hold. Everybody calls it something different. But we call this scarf hold. And I call it scarf hold just because I come from a judo background, and that's what we call it in judo. Okay? But I'm going that and that. Okay? And everybody always wants to take this and push to lift themselves up. And the problem with this is I'm controlling that shoulder there. That's how I'm holding him down. So if he starts to push here like this, all I have to do is just push. You can keep your arm locked out. That's fine. I'm pushing here. I'm holding his shoulders down. Holding his shoulder down. Through his arm, holding his shoulder down. So this is right, as you can see right here. Okay? But if you tuck this one in, I'm not holding that shoulder down. So if you put this hand on my shoulder and then started to turn away, now sit up, back up into me. You see what I mean? Alright, so look at this. Okay? You got a scarf hold position. Okay? Switch your feet towards my head. Here like this. If I go here like this, and I try to push you off of me, okay, going right here. But he's not holding this shoulder down. So figure out how you're being held down. Well, he's holding this, and he's holding that here. Okay? So if I go here like this, you see what I mean? Okay? And what if he's savvy to that? What if I get here like this, and as I start to push on this, he slides that leg back. I'll still take you over. You got to slide it behind you. Okay? So if I go here like this, there. Yeah. Okay, now, back your hips out. What is he not, what is free? Okay? Once I sat up here like this, and I got stuck, it's because now he started pushing that shoulder down. Okay, so he's not holding my hips. Right? So I know that's kind of going off on a weird little tangent. Yeah.
Can't worry about kayak time? jamming the arm up and getting a
I'm
leg
always
lock.
worried about it. I'm always,
Extending
I'm always
yourself.
worried about it. No.
Watch it.
You guys know what he's talking about? I had an arm choke. Go ahead and lay down. Yeah. Here. I had an arm choke here like this, right? Okay. The thing is, I'm in scarf hold here, like this. If I was here like this, I would not reach up with this hand. I would do something completely different, okay? But if he's got scarf hold here like this where he doesn't have my head, absolutely. See what I mean? Yeah. But and not to go off on a weird thing, but I just really want to stress the point that when you're on the bottom, you have to figure out how you're being held down and then move around it. And believe me, being smaller, okay, I mean, I weigh about 145, right, you know, give or take. And when I first started, I started doing BJJ in '94. And basically, when I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it was because you wanted to get in the cage and beat somebody up. That's why you did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I'm like, I'm a 130-pound guy that has I don't want to do that. I saw that stuff was cool and I wanted to do it. And, you know, so I was with all these monsters that were just crushing me and killing me because they're fighters, you know, and they're horrible training partners. But, you know, so I had to learn really quick how to defend myself on the bottom and how to get comfortable on the bottom and how to figure out how to get out of the bottom. And I see all the time people get on the bottom and they just bridge and they look like a fish out of water and then they're exhausted. And then when you get exhausted and your head gets really hot and you get super claustrophobic and then you start living, you know, I mean, it's a scary thing. Okay, I mean, I have a girl, Gwen, at my club, like the first couple times, like she came in, we were rolling with her, and I got on top, you know, and I was holding her like this, and she kind of like, she welled up. She was, okay, you got to get out. And I was like, you know, I'm sorry, but that's the thing. I mean, you get really claustrophobic down there at first, and you have to work yourself through that. Now, a 250-pound guy can crush her down, and she's down there fine. She'll pillow up. She'll put him into a guard. She's a force threat to move up now. She's awesome. But I mean, that's the thing, you know. I mean, you got to get used to that. You got to understand, okay, what's going on when you're down there on the bottom, and work your way around it. Don't just flop around like a fish out of water. Yeah. So that's how we put it all together there, okay, at the very end. That's just how you're getting to that bottom. It's like I want to, you know, I can't, everybody wants to know, how do I get out of the bottom and then be on top? Well, that's a long process, but I can tell you how, I can tell you how to go from being flat and being crushed and being claustrophobic and being smashed to getting to a pillow position where you can breathe. And then once you go from a pillow position, I can kind of show you how to shrimp out and get to a bottom foot quarter position. Not out of the woods yet, but man, it sure is a whole lot better than being smashed. And then I can kind of show you how to get your head out and sit out, or maybe go for a single leg, or just different things like that. And a lot of times, if you're really flexible, once you're in that bottom position, you can put a foot up and just kind of scoot underneath it and put them right back in the ground. It's another way to hold it up. But I mean, you know, that's the thing. I'm just trying to give you like little steps of getting out of the bottom. Okay? I'm talking, and I apologize. But here we go. Straight ankle lock, heel hook, knee bar. 1, 2, 3 drill. Rolling toe hold. Okay? Knee bar from standing where I take the ginormous step backwards. Breaking sticks when they start to defend that knee bar. Okay? Then sit out drill. Okay? Then from a bottom 4 quarter, sit out. Then from a bottom 4 quarter, single leg. Okay? Then from a bottom 4 quarter, and they're holding on, how I sit out. Okay? Then from the bottom 4 quarter, they're holding on, how I single leg. Okay? Then from the bottom of a crossbody position, how I get to the bottom 4 quarter. Pushing down, bridge to the inside shoulder, hips up and out, pillow. Shrimp, 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 hold your belly from your knees. Thank you guys very much. Does anybody have any questions about anything at all? Jiu-Jitsu related?